Hey, hi, my name is Chris. Every day I do a vlog. I do it for 1,000 days. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe will be awesome. And every day I talk about something uniquely different. I do. What a beautiful day, by the way. It's lovely here. You know what? Marriage. Maybe our idea of marriage shouldn't mean forever. At least that's what 2025 is showing me. I'm feeling that maybe when we get married, we stay married for as long as it lasts. And when we say, till death do us part, I'm just seeing everything around me that's saying that's not the case anymore. And if that's not the case anymore, maybe we love as much as we can with the person that we have until we know ultimately that it is no more. And that is a tough thing to swallow, isn't it? It really is. I think most people should view marriage is finding the one, finding their love. Now, I recently saw a video all about tick boxes, and if we can't have every tick boxed or box ticked, maybe, just maybe, we should find somebody that's as near as damn it. Because nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody's perfect. And I think marriage is an institution. It's been the bedrock of society here in the West, I think, well, probably all around the world for a very long time. People still get married today, and that is lovely. That is so good. It really is. If you're wondering what I'm doing, yeah, I'm out with my furry boy Buzz, and we're playing stickball again. I call it stickball. It's probably got a way better name than that, but it just seems to fit because that's a stick and that's a ball. So marriage, yeah. I have been married. Yeah. I was married for 13 years. We were together for quite a while, and we separated, and it all ended very friendly. Probably too friendly. Marriage for me is an important part of life. If you find that person that you really want to be married to and you're enjoying life with that person, then it's important to, I think, make that commitment. And making that commitment is not easy, but I think it's a gradual sort of process. I think you are normally with somebody, I think on average, probably about 3 years before you actually get married. Some people do it, there's no set time. Some people do it after a matter of weeks. If you do it after a matter of weeks and you're still together, well, maybe that was love at first sight. Maybe that was just true love shining through. And if that was true love shining through, good for you guys. I'm really envious. And is it luck? I don't know. I think sometimes it's luck finding that person. You may be at a point in your life where they're at a point in their life, and that is luck, isn't it? But marriage today in 2025 just seems that people get married and people get divorced and separated all the time. I know recently in the United Kingdom, laws changed where you didn't need a reason to actually get divorced. Now, getting divorced in this country used to be an arduous process. Not any longer. I think the laws do reflect how society is at the moment, and you don't need a reason now to get divorced. Divorcing somebody is still a painful prospect, though. I don't care what you say. I think if you are with somebody and you've been with them for a long time and you've been married, well, that is something horrible to look at when you're on your journey to being divorced. It's not easy. It's not an easy prospect, but you've got to say to yourself, I'm on this journey now, and on it I must go. And sometimes it's not about getting peace just for yourself. It's enabling the person you were with to have peace, to go on that journey, to find peace in their lives. Sometimes things change, sometimes people change. That's why divorce is necessary, I think. It's important to know that that if you are finding it difficult with somebody, if they've changed or you have, or your views have changed, it's important to know that you can maybe live a more peaceful, sustainable life on your own without the turmoil. And I always say about peace on this channel, peace is so important. I mean, look at that behind me. I do this every time, but it's certainly a beautiful view. This gives me peace, especially on a beautiful day. So maybe we should view marriage as being something that can be temporary now. For now, maybe that's the case. Now, my mum and dad were married for obviously years and years and years. Had the society been the case back when they were younger, would they still be together? I have to honestly say, I really don't know. I really don't know. There's something about sticking together through thick and thin, giving it everything you've got, and making your life together through the thick, through the bad stuff. I mean, if we just give up on people just because they've fallen on hard times, that really shows us as being shallow. And if we are shallow, well, that doesn't bode well for our character, for who we are, for us as people. Marriage is an important part of societal norms. It's important for us to say, you know, I commit to you. I commit my life to being with you. And if that is something that you want to do because you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, then go ahead and do it. But it really does pivot on you finding the right person, having that right person in your life. If you can do that, that's amazing. Again, I think there's a modicum of luck that comes into play. And luck is so important in life, isn't it? Making choices, and you've got to find the right person when you get married. You've got to. If you don't, well, it can make life so much more difficult. It really can. And having a difficult life isn't what it's all meant to be like. And I don't know, it's a prospect of enjoying experiences, a shared experience throughout marriage, being together, having all those wonderful memories together. Have you ever done this? Have you ever been on your own and had this amazing experience and had no one to share it with? And when you don't have anybody to share it with, well, it's a bit of a shame, because it does sometimes feel kind of wasted. Not that it is, but it just feels that way. And if you can share that with somebody, for some reason it just gives meaning to that experience. It gives meaning to the event, and having that memory with somebody else is having the ability to share that experience over and over again. You ring them up, or you say to them over dinner, or you whatever the capacity is, and you say to them, do you remember that time that we actually went and did this and experienced that? And I think that is a big part of what a relationship is, shared experiences, good or bad. Now, if you give up on somebody who's experiencing difficulties in their life, I think that says a lot about you. It really does. Your unwillingness to see the dark times through, because they don't last, do they? You get through to the light and the better times, and because of that, life becomes so much better. Marriage is something that you both have to meet in the middle at. It's a compromise. It involves communication. It involves staying true to each other, being honest with each other, and that sometimes is difficult. If you can do that, then you're on the way to having, I would say, a successful marriage. But marriage, is it just for now? It just feels that way. We're in 2025, and I guess the divorce rate is pretty high here in the UK. So if you're getting married, you have to understand that the chances of a failed marriage might be on the cards. But nobody goes into getting married knowing that you're going to get divorced, because what's the point of getting married? I think you should enter into it with the prospect of, at least, being together forever. And that prospect is so fundamentally important to what I believe is a marriage. And if you do that, if you go into it with all the right reasons, and of course that heartfelt belief that this person is the right person for you, that is so special, to the exclusion of everybody else. So marriage, does it seem like it's for now? Yeah, it does. And I'm sure there's a lot of successful stories where people have been married their entire lives, and there are people who've done that. So to them I say, well done. Through the thick and the thin, you stuck at it, and you shared that incredible journey, which is life. On that note, I will leave you in peace. Look at that behind me, it's beautiful, isn't it? I will say thank you for subscribing. If you're not, a sub would be awesome, and I'll be back again tomorrow with an entirely different video. I'll see you then. Bye now.